There you go.
That time of day.
There it is. Wayne, talk first. Go ahead, Wayne. Introduce the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bin Podcast. I am the Waymaker. I am joined with my illustrious colleague, Brenna Duncan, and some Muppet from Chicago.
Some Muppet
Mikey.
from Chicago, no Mikey. My name's Wayne, this is how my voice sounds exactly.
Wow! Well, you've done a different voice. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, Action News. This is Waymaker with your Action News update.
I'm so proud of you, Mikey.
Hey, Wayne, let's hear your American accent again.
No.
Let me get, because Wayne's only got a Texas accent, and it's horrible. And I want everyone to hear it now because he makes fun of me. As a paid voice actor, how dare you insult my voices? I've been paid for my services.
One. He just showed us two. You must have been practicing that for
I have several. I only use a couple. You should hear your voice.
I do every fucking week.
That's. I don't. I don't like my voice.
I like your voice.
I don't.
Everyone loves your voice, Brenna.
I know.
No, nobody loves my voice. Nobody wants to hear me talk.
Okay,
Well,
we want to hear you talk. It's all part
That's
of the
why.
show.
That's why you always interrupt me when I speak.
I think it's the opposite. I think the boys are just so busy trying to impress you that they step all over you, trying to
Yeah, we're getting a wow for, aren't we? Grr.
Yeah, we all got to be the one that agrees first.
Alpha. Jesus. Get
Whatever-
over yourself.
Whatever you say, Brenna.
Sure.
Well, I have a very adversarial attitude towards Brenda because she is a homewrecker.
Yep.
She is permanently
Exactly.
trying to burgle my current wife, which is my only wife, which look, Wayne, when I made that investment, I thought that was money well spent, and I'll never have to, go into the market again. I'm good. And then here comes Brenna. Digging ditches under fences, tunnels.
Look, I haven't done anything but explain to her that there are cats and wine in California.
She just texted me she's allergic to both now. Wow.
You missed that fire.
I will.
Right.
I will.
The wine is made from the burnt husks of cats.
Oh, God.
That's funny, baby. The baby's laughing. I have something that is not a laughing matter to discuss.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I should probably,
Fix.
Be
There we go.
careful.
There we go.
There we go. You guys don't want to see the guts of the show? You want to see what I'm talking about instead? All right, whatever. There is a
You're lost.
There is a Geordie LaForge Funko Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys spot anything awry with this Funko Pop?
Is
His
he
hands?
supposed to be wearing red? Red is not engineer.
No, yellow. Needs to be yellow.
Yellow is engineer when they switched it from the original
Yeah,
series to.
red shirts die first.
That is very typical internet responses. Because guess what? Too bad they got your shirt color wrong. Was the first response.
Yeah.
Booyah! The internet is undefeated. Apparently, in season 1, Worf and Geordi wore red shirts, and then after Yar died or written off, spoiler alert.
Well,
then they all switched to the.
Geordi wasn't an engineer. He wasn't chief engineer.
No.
He was like science, or it was it was like tactical or something like that. And then because Remember they had like 5 chief engineers for the first season? They just
Yeah,
kept rotating through them for some reason. So
I'm
they
pretty.
finally
I'm pretty sure he was at the helm for most of the first season.
he was on the bridge.
Yeah, we're such nerds. I love it.
I exposed all of you. Exposed
Oh.
you for nerds. As if everyone didn't know already.
Right.
Yeah.
As if it was a...
Well, I can't do Mikey's nerd voice, so.
Well, what actually happens is you have to, I mean, what's the problem, boy? Why I can actually talk like
that
this?
the first season was written by Gene Roddenberry himself,
You gotta do
which
comic
means he
book
was
guy.
still in the attitude of the original series, meaning they didn't switch command and engineering till later.
Who would you, I think LeVar Burton is definitely up there for me. Who's the celebrity? Thank you, Frostfall, for calling us nerds. Triton. Mark. Fucking dick. He knew the answer, too. He's over there acting like he didn't know. You're not cool. You're a nerd, too. You knew.
Yeah, he's probably a John Cena fan.
I think he watches wrestling. But I think LeVar Burton's on that list of celebrities that, like, if I met them, it would be much like Community, where I would just kind of have a meltdown because I don't want to ever meet him in person. Like, that's too... Like, I could see him in person, but I don't want to talk to him because I'd be too scared to talk to him.
I bet he's very short.
Cool. So, which celebrity would you like to... What the fuck is there? This is tennis. Just roll the ball on the ground. What is that? Just, I think he's short.
Okay.
I was just like,
Damn. All right. You and LeVar got beef, clearly. But who would you like not want to meet because it's like, can't get that close to it. There can't be too close to your golden shiny light.
oh, you've been. My answer's automatic. So
No, why don't you say it? This is a podcast. We're trying to talk.
Yeah,
Matt,
I would.
Matt Bellamy, Chris Wolstenholme, and
Oh, excuse me,
Dominic
sir. You get
Howard.
one. You get one, sir.
Did
That's
say
why it's
one.
hard.
okay, in that case, I'll just say they're Muse.
No, that is more than one. How do you not have maths in the UK? One celebrity, not one band. Like, oh, I choose the Dallas Cowboys. Like, you can't just choose a whole entity. It's
Alright.
cheating. You're wishing for more wishes over here.
I know. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Mm.
Just give me all of the wishes. Just
That defeats the whole purpose.
I don't know. You kind of sprung that one on me. I don't know. Brenna, you go.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I would say, you know what, Keanu Reeves.
If I said,
Ooh.
hey, Keanu Reeves is going to come over for dinner, you're going
I'd
to be
be
like,
like,
please don't.
I can't do it.
I
'cause
can't be
he's
that close to
supposed to
him?
be like one of the nicest guys ever.
Right.
And you're like, so the expectation is that he's going to be like the nicest guy ever. And then you like walk into a room and he like, he
Holds the
looks
door
at
for
you
you.
a little sideways and you're like, damn it, ruins everything.
Okay.
Yeah, what if I make him mad, the nicest guy ever? The pressure's too much.
There's just, what if my hair's not right? My shoes aren't clean enough, and he gets mad that I'm trampling dirt on the ground. No.
I've got one that you probably will not be that familiar with. The comedian
How about you
Billy
pick someone that we can relate to?
Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly.
He's my
Who's
favorite comedian of all time.
You talking about Il Duce?
Billy Connolly, the Scottish comedian.
No.
He's literally he's a legend. And
You're welcome.
yeah.
No. You're welcome.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Wayne. I'll see you later.
There it is. Il Duce and Boondock Saints. The Spaniard.
not.
You've never seen Boondock Saints?
No.
Oh my god. Wayne! How? Wayne, this is going to be another short now. I'm gonna have to make a short to embarrass you now. Shame you.
But this is all you want to do. All you want me on this show for is to embarrass me and say, you didn't know that? I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'll play the same game. I'll start dropping some names on you and you don't know them. Oh, right, fuck it. I'll make a show out of you. Dickhead.
It's coming.
Oh, I know.
It's coming.
And I'm ready.
But them's the breaks.
For it to be that one and to have taken so long fits perfectly. Yeah, dude, you should watch Boondock Saints.
Okay.
You should watch that. That's like that seems like right up your alley too. Wonder how that missed you.
Excuse me?
I didn't say down your boulevard. I just said up your alley.
I think they both mean the same thing.
Do they?
Don't do that.
Speaking of stuff not to do.
It's the latest idiotic social media prank, and it may just be the worst one yet. Knuckleheads sneak up on shoppers and put a bucket over their head. Then the prankster...
Wayne, do you claim responsibility for this? This has got Wayne Maker written all over it, and then you do a flying kick into their head.
Mikey, by the way, I just want to let you know that Wayne is not apparently a part of this scene. So if you want to remedy that or just keep it the way that it is.
Budget cuts. Budget cuts.
I'm sorry, Wayne. We're going to have to let you go.
Hold on.
Wow.
Oh, God damn it. It keeps grabbing. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wait, what are you doing underneath Brenna?
Oh.
What are you doing under there?
HR.
Get from under there.
Where's the HR rep?
Brenna, no means no.
Yeah. Yeah, Brenna, get off of him. Behave yourself. Everybody stay in your own boxes, thank you. And don't move your box on top of someone else's box. I didn't know I had to write that on the rule
I
list
ain't your drone, all right? Missy.
Put your controller down, all right? Like, put it down.
Run off, leaving their victim to wonder what the heck just happened and who did it.
Did you hit me with a bucket?
No, really? Watch, he pranks him again. This dude also...
What a stupid thing.
That's an easy
So now
way
they're
to
going to
throw
have
a
to
punch.
lock up the buckets.
You're going to have to keep all the buckets on a string and have an
Well,
employee unloose
you have
it.
one of those chain, right? The little change that has the little anti-tamper lock on it. And you're going to have to
Kevlar.
ask for a bucket.
You have to ring
Yeah.
for assistance.
You got to
find
chase off.
somebody, which they don't have enough people anyway. And then you have to find somebody with a key specifically to open up. Not
Who's
only
got
that,
Hey,
but
Larry.
they have to walk you to the register.
Hey, Larry,
No, the
can you
worst-
bring over the keys for the bucket? I have a young man here who says he's painting.
Like we do spray paint behind the bars, right? We do now they have like e-cigarettes behind bars now, and it's like now we have to have the buckets behind bars.
Yes.
The worst one would be if they put the buckets on them cables with the locks on.
Look at
So
Wayne
you
trying to
put the
get in on it.
Put the bucket on the head. They chase after you. Boom.
Wayne's
Instantly.
like, so how do I snap all their necks
Yeah.
whilst drinking them?
How do I do something illegal?
How do I give them all canes at 25?
also pounces with the buckethead challenge and quickly runs off. Then he has the audacity to return after taking off his sweatshirt. What does he do? He does it again. In some cases, the prankster tries to throw off their victim by also putting a bucket on their own head.
Seriously?
Dude, guys.
Wayne can't handle it. It's so up his alley.
Don't. We're not doing this.
Fucking Americans.
Wayne's loving this shit. He wishes he could get in on this.
He's like, why didn't I think of that?
Right. I would have loved
No,
this. I would have loved this.
Because I'll be on brand. I'll put a bin on their head.
Please do not put bins on people's head with our stickers on it.
What? Why you just put
And
a bucket
film
on my
it.
head?
Someone just put a bucket on my head.
Did they?
Yeah.
But when the bucket prank
But there's a dark side to this, Wayne.
happened at this Target in Orange County, California,
Orange
The result
County.
had serious consequences.
Brenna.
Right, whoa. Mikey, stop. Controversially, can you see water on the ground?
I was gonna say that's not Orange County.
Maybe
There's
this is
water.
just
Fake news.
maybe this is like a Target. They're like at a Target.
I think that's the
just
wrong
like
Orange
this.
County.
You
I
know
think
what
I mean
Yeah.
Orange County, Florida.
I think it's Orange County in Essex.
Orange County, Scotland. Glasgow.
A mom who was shot.
Orange tree.
Triton in the chat says Orange County, Canada.
Shopping in the baby aisle said when the bucket was put over her head, she was so frightened she collapsed.
Now, did he buy that, or did he
I
say,
was-
"Hey, can I use this for my story?
I need a prop.
Can I use a bucket as a prop? I'll
Maybe
bring
that's
it right
the
back."
bucket in
Pulled it from
question.
out of shop.
Maybe that's evidence.
Yeah, he's not even have a fucking glove
He's
on.
tampering with evidence.
Call the federal authorities right now. This guy's tampering with federal fucking evidence.
And the incident triggered a serious heart condition. Lana Clay Monahan says she was terrified.
I immediately freaked out and started screaming, "Help, get it off of me."
The mom of 8-month-old twins says she went into
Do that.
shock.
I was disturbed to see a group of individuals laughing and filming me.
Engine 37, a seizure at Target.
So there you go.
Oh,
The
Americans.
mother of twins had a seizure in the Target because you stressed her out and brought upon a seizure. All right, people.
She fainted, hit her head, and was rushed to the ER. Police obtained surveillance footage.
They do go into a baby section.
Yeah, so they essentially found the people, like they knew who did it.
Well, the thing is, if you're gonna upload the video to your TikTok, you're automatically doxing yourself. You fucking idiots.
Yeah, they didn't do that. I tried to find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I looked for it.
So how did it come out?
Well, I mean, the lady is on the ground shaking, so like the store has to call the ambulance and all that stuff, and then they look at the camera footage and they see a group of people going in there with a bucket, leaving without the bucket, and laughing and being on their phones.
Yeah, it's not very difficult to
Yeah.
pick up
Oh.
people.
They don't have to post it for them to know that, you know what I mean? That it
Simple
happened.
people. Simple people.
Don't
Yeah.
touch people, because I mean, this lady went down and had a medical thing happen. You might die.
Yeah.
You could easily die because whatever the guy has in his hand, he might turn and hit you with, and then you're the one cracking his head on the hard floor, or don't have use of one or two of your limbs because you wanted to put a bucket on somebody's head at Target.
Yeah.
The problem is people are like feeding this, right? Social media is feeding this instead of realizing that this could potentially be a problem. So stop feeding into the shit. Like pranks are only good if everybody's on board with it.
Yeah, everybody should be able to laugh at it. Even the person whose at expense it's at.
Yeah.
After it's over, if it's a good prank, they'll laugh at it too.
Yeah.
But obviously, from the ones that they showed, these people were not on board with the prank. They were they were mad. Rightfully so. Like when you're shopping, do you really want to be bothered by other people throwing shit at you
Or
covering your head?
Taking away my visibility in all directions.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's not fun.
No, to be fair,
better people.
I would say that you would have a good claim for assault over here.
Oh, that's definitely assault. That's unwanted physical contact. 100%.
Which alarm, harassment, and distress. That's the three criteria that you have to meet to be claiming assault. And all three of them were shown here. And like I'll get like the prank videos between boyfriends and girlfriends and like mates doing silly things. Yeah, it's hilarious. Right, because but there's a resolution at the end of it because you know that person. Yeah. But running up on someone and just chucking a bucket on their head, no. Because you don't know who you're chucking that bucket on.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah. And this is not me trying to be some double R bastard or anything like that. But you chuck a bucket on my head, I'm swinging.
Yeah, I'm not finna investigate like fucking Scooby-Doo and his friends. I'm gonna dispel my alarm by taking out the threat.
Yeah. It's silly, and you're doing it just for likes. And the thing is, you're grassing yourself up. You're doxing yourself in a sense of, if you do upload it, that's just fucking evidence, mate. You fucked yourself. Oh, you did it because you got like 7 likes. Oh, well done. No.
And
it's funny, like Mikey, like you say, it's funny when it's your partner or a friend, but strangers, no.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Yeah.
And that's not us being old people. It's just genuinely, it's not funny. When I was working at the store, I had some kids do that milk thing.
Oh God.
He's like, I fell down and I slipped. I was like, dumbass, get up. Hey, dumbass, get up, get out. I was like, I'll clean it. I was like, I don't want you to touch anything. Actually, if you come back, you know what? Don't come back. And if you come back, you're trespass. And if you come back after that, it's a criminal trespass. So just, you're banned. Just don't come back no more. So then his parents got involved and there was the whole thing. They're like, yeah, now you have to drive 20 minutes to go get fucking groceries because Jeremy decided to throw milk across the fucking store. So here's the funny part, Wayne. I've seen old ladies bite through their fucking tongues slipping on shit on that floor.
Not funny. Yeah.
But legitimately.
So he's over here just literally slipping up the whole floor to be funny. And I'm supposed to, no, you and your family can drive 20 minutes to go get groceries now. It used to be 2 minutes. Now you can drive all the way to the other side of town and go to the other grocery store because your whole family's banned from here. Because that shit is like stupid little shit like, oh, it's just milk on the ground. Someone has to clean it up. Someone has to clean it up. That means there's a time gap between when you spill it and between it being... You can get really hurt on these floors. That's dangerous.
They're waxed.
They're sealed. They're cement sealed with wax.
Solid as fuck.
Yeah, they're pretty
People
bad.
get fucking hurt all the time on those floors. So making messes on purpose. Or when the girl's eating the ice cream.
That's the privilege. And, you know, I live, near Newport Beach. And just the privilege that comes out of these, especially like once they hit about 14 years old, there's this like switch that snaps where
the douche switch.
They can do exactly. It doesn't matter. Like when they get their brand new cars after they just get their license, but you're supposed to
Dad made me get a 3 Series.
So you're supposed to wait until you have people under the age of 25 in your car. It's the law here in California. And yet it doesn't matter because if they're the first one to get their own car, right, then they're the ones driving around. They're not good at it because they just got their license. They don't care about the rules of the road.
Right.
And then they're also putting other people in danger because of the fact that they don't know. This is the privilege that comes out of this. There's this idea that, oh, mommy and daddy will take care of it for me because they just happen to be, oh, mommy and daddy have always taken care of it. And they don't see that it affects other people. Like, it's dangerous to be on the road when people don't know how to use the road correctly. And we're seeing that now, especially with these e-bikes around here.
Yeah.
Where they're still using these like powered bicycles as if they were just riding their bikes like normal. So they blow through stop signs. They're harassing people on them. I was harassed on my bicycle when I was in junior high, and I got hurt. And this was just on regular bicycles, and luckily it was a didn't get seriously injured.
Was it because your streamers were 14 feet long behind your bike from the handlebars, and like all the people behind you?
I was literally trying to pass these boys that were on the street because they were starting to go. So we have the bike lanes, right?
Right.
And so they were starting to spread out on the bike lane instead of like going down it like normal people. And I was like trying to get around them because I was going a little faster than they were. And so they just decided to move more and more out and hit my wheel. So my front wheel hit their back wheel. What was that?
In a car or in a bike?
Bicycles.
Oh, they're bikes. Okay.
Their bike's my bike. Hit my wheel. I flipped over my bicycle.
Where are they?
Luckily my mom, because it was right in front of her school, my mom was driving home. She literally pulled up in the van, shoved my bicycle in there, and we went home. But
never saw those boys again.
I mean, it's like this idea that you're allowed to harass people.
Yeah.
Like it's a privilege. It's like, yeah, I can do this. I'm allowed to. So this is shit. And social media has created monsters here.
Yeah.
It definitely has made it socially acceptable to be shitty.
But every Aug 5th, remember the new Black History holiday, where we remember the glory that was that Montgomery boat dock. So when you see somebody out and about doing their nonsense, find the nearest folding chair and hold it up to remind them of Aug 5th. This could be you. This could be you.
Wow.
All right, let's talk to Wayne's best friend.
All right, here's my creep.
Congressman Jim Jordan's handling of the January 6th insurrection isn't the only.
Mikey said that, and then you said, "Here's my creep of the week."
Yeah, that's the joke.
How dare you?
Only issue that could impact his candidacy for speaker. Former wrestlers from Ohio State University, where Jordan was once the assistant coach, are now speaking out about Jordan's time there, accusing the congressman of failing to protect them from a sexual predator back in the 80s and 90s. One of those former wrestlers, who is also an attorney representing some of the sexual assault victims from Ohio State, Rocky Ratliff, joins us now.
Well, yep. Mr. Jordan.
So if you guys have lived under a rock for the last week or so, Jim Jordan was up for the new Speaker of the House position. He lost the first two votes. This was after the first vote, and then he just announced earlier today, that he is currently not going to be running for Speaker, and that the current the current Speaker pro tem, Patrick Henry, is going to be taking that position until they can all agree, giving him actual power of the speakership. This is our government right now. Sorry, everybody. We are non-functioning government right now, and we're probably not going to function for a while. So it was a good run. Thanks everybody for participating. We'll see you maybe next season.
Goodbye, Earth.
Do you want to come back to the motherland?
No.
Oh God,
never.
You guys are not in any better shape.
Put me in a rocket, Elon's rocket to the moon before I go back to fucking England.
Going to Canada. God damn it.
Canada's much.
So you're going oot to Canada.
Hey, they don't all say oots, but they all say boots.
Anyway, years ago, Jim Jordan was the assistant wrestling coach at Ohio State. And a bunch of the wrestlers came forward with the abuse allegations from the head coach. And apparently, from the evidence, Jim Jordan did nothing, which is completely wrong because you have to. You're a mandatory reporter.
Right.
and nothing happens. And we're gonna read into this a little bit more.
Rocky,
Sorry,
thank you so much for coming on. To be clear, the abuse allegations of these former wrestlers is against the former team doctor who was on staff at the university, but you're alleging that Jim Jordan, who was an assistant coach at the time, turned a blind eye to these alleged assaults here. Tell us why.
We believe very strongly,
doctor, I'm sorry.
Especially all.
Yeah, not the head coach, doctor. Yep, I thought it was something like that, but I was like, oh, they'll say.
The wrestlers that were there at the time, that Jim Jordan knew what was going on. He was the head assistant coach of the wrestling program. And Jim, as well as our head coach, Russ Ellickson, and the administration at OSU, definitely turned a blind eye to what was happening. The abuse, not only from the doctor.
Hey, he had campaign aspirations. He ain't got time to be settling all these little frivolous things. It's just boys being boys.
But everybody involved in the showers and sauna area of Larkin
I'm just
Hall
wondering what they were
time.
wearing.
Why do you feel so strongly that he knew?
Spandex?
You know,
yeah, that's the Sandusky thing, right? Or is that something different? Oh, that is them?
Oh, no, Sandusky was different, but it came out in the news again right after that because there were a lot of investigations into these college sports programs.
Right.
And somehow Jim Jordan, because of his time at OSU, ended up being somehow in this investigation. And it's a lot more complicated investigation because he was just the assistant coach and not the one perpetrating this but of course, like, he doesn't want to be a part of it because this is serious abuse allegations and neglect to
minors.
do anything. Yeah.
Well, not minors. Well,
not minors.
Yeah, but people under your stewardship.
Right. You are in charge of their safety, and that's neglect.
Yeah.
Counts of
You've
wrestlers.
got loco parentis.
Yeah.
Actually told him the number of guys that would joke and laugh about it because that's the way they dealt with it. The fact that the doctor was around us in our saunas, in our showers, changing with everyone. You would have to know about what is going on. Everybody knew what was going on there at that point in time.
The Speaker of the House would obviously put him second in the succession to becoming President of the United States. Is it your position that Congressman Jordan's alleged failure to take responsibility regarding the alleged assaults is evidence he's not suited for?
Yeah, can we pick somebody who's not like coup ready? Like, you know what I mean? Someone who's not primed to like try to upturn the whole governmental process. Because he's a J6 supporter. Like Jim Jordan is not some just, come on, guys, let's all just work together. Fuck out of here, dude.
On top of the abuse allegations that he completely ignored, it's also that he's an election denier and he, quote unquote, is a January 6th insurrectionist. So this is bad.
Let's make him Speaker of the House.
Okay, not so bad over here now, is it?
Look, I'm still going to Canada or space before there.
For that position?
We're not going over there.
I think the wrestlers that I represent...
figure out not until you can figure out the internet.
One of us would back him for such a leadership position, seeing how he has abandoned us in our time of need. So I think the sentiment among the wrestling community right now that is locked in this litigation is that he's just not fit for the leadership position that he desires. He's abandoned us for his own selfish reasons. When he could have helped us, he's chosen not to. So that is not the good makings of any type of leadership or any type of leader that he would have put up with at Ohio State. That is just not, none of us wrestlers believe he should get that position.
I'm sorry, he talks too slow.
We need to distinguish, like, when he's talking about wrestlers, he's talking about Greco-Roman wrestlers. He's not talking about the wrestling that I watch, you know, like proper wrestling.
Yeah, Wayne. You know, the college professional wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's talking about. The college professional at Ohio State University. They have a team for the wrestling league with a heavyweight belt.
They each have a wrestling name. It's very cute.
The intros take forever. A lot of the kids are making their own music. Some songs are 8 to 10 minutes long.
They walk down to the ring. They got a mic in their hand.
They got the whole
cutting promos.
They got the whole theater department wrapped up doing costumes, setting up sets.
Actually, you know, that wouldn't be bad, would it?
Well, no, all you need is just like the football players to join drama, because that's all it is. The same group.
You need writers, right, to do that. You need costume designers. You need lighting.
Yeah.
You need directors,
logistics,
producers.
You need someone head of creative.
Set design.
Someone's got to feed everybody. The home ec people. I
Craft
need y'all to make
services.
Yeah, we need craft services in here right away.
There we go. So we saved college right there. We saved college sports.
Imagine the money that was coming in though. Oh,
money, you say? I'm glad someone brought up money.
Money. It's a drag.
Governor Sarah Huckabee.
So there's no way for me to just pull this up here without it giving it a... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Did a thing. Now, everyone, I would like to get your opening bids on this high-quality podium. How many shekels will you give me for this, Wayne? How many...
Is it a podium or is it a lectern?
It is both.
Semantic. I'm going to say...
It's quite pretty, I must say.
How
it's
many?
Aesthetically pleasing.
How many monies?
50 grand.
Okay, Wayne, I got 100 of them. How many would you like?
just 2.
Well, Brenna's in the States. Maybe she has a more, American-sized unit of measurement like here. $50,000, Wayne. That's like a fucking brand new car. Like, come on, man. That's way too much.
19,000.
Damn it.
Come on. I wanted 2.
State's audit committee has approved.
And then shipping and handling, VAT tax. Yeah, okay, you're both right. All right, you're both right. You're both right.
Launching an audit.
Pricing.
Yeah. I forgot about the shipping. You're right. The freight on that is going to be incredible.
Exactly. Then I've got to go and pick it up from the fucking place because they won't deliver it unless I pay the tax. You see?
You got to go to customs.
Yep.
The whole thing. You got to go in person to customs.
See,
you can't sign it at the house.
This is the problem with Brexit. This is the problem with Brexit.
Fuck it. How dare you bring that in?
Shame. Shame.
But them's the breaks.
I'm sorry, and that I have made mistakes.
I swear I get bullied on this fucking show every single week.
Say, oh, you think you about that? You think it's a game?
We all bully each
That's kind of the glue that binds us together is mutual hatred of one person at a time. We all just focus our laser beams on that person. And then we act like the victim when it's our turn. But yeah, you guys are right. This is...
State's audit committee has approved launching an audit over the governor's purchase of a $19,000 podium. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says the Republican Party of Arkansas reimbursed the state for all costs associated with this expense. Senator Jimmy Hickey requested the audit. The governor's office says they welcome the audit. We have a crew in Little Rock, and we will have more on this tonight at 5.
Yes, you will have more on it. And don't you know I got the more you got. This young man is Greg Letting. He is in District 4? Wherever Fayetteville is. I don't know. I watched too many district stuffs today. So I lost his district. But he just kind of was noticing that they changed a lot of policies once Huckabee Sanders got in there. And one of them is your ability to withdraw financial records Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, reports concerning certain things with the governor's office. Strange.
That's what, 3 to 4 weeks? Do you expect it to go longer? And you said you don't expect a special session after this?
We don't. That's what we've been told. Going all the way back to December, there was an assumption.
Oh, let me get this is from a year ago. I know the quality is not great.
The overmodulated mic is fucking terrible in headphones.
Hey, Wayne, that's what you sound like.
And that's why I adjusted.
That is exactly what you sound. You know what? Let me turn this up for you so you can get a real dig on what we have to deal with.
Assumption that another special session would be necessary to address, again, these issues with state insurance programs. But again,
I got it down low.
Lawmakers have been working really hard on this for the last couple.
Oh wait, let me see.
Of years that came up with some solutions, a package of legislation that we can address in the fiscal session.
Can you hear it?
That eliminated the need for a special session.
Anymore.
I do think the fiscal session will
Wait,
likely.
yes or no? Because you said yes, and then you said not anymore, and I hadn't changed anything.
I can hear it now.
Proceed relatively smoothly, but there is the chance that some lawmakers.
Damn it! Thought I figured it out.
I do think the fiscal session will likely proceed relatively smoothly, but there is the chance that some lawmakers might try to introduce non-budget legislation.
They might try to put things in the budget without going through the whole rigmarole.
Which is not allowed during a fiscal session. Again, a fiscal session is meant to focus on budget items only, but a 2/3
I wonder what the budget for podiums was.
vote of the membership of both the Senate and the House can open up the fiscal session to other legislation, and I do suspect that at least a few lawmakers might try. You know, there are
or governors.
A number of lawmakers who are running for higher office. So this means this is going to be their last chance in the legislature to maybe pursue a personal agenda, and so I think we could perhaps see some activity there. But assuming that they don't get that 2/3 vote that they need, and we
District 4, I was right. Yes.
Are able to keep the fiscal session focused on budget items as it should be. I imagine we should be done in 3 to 4 weeks.
Now that was last year. He called it. He literally called it. Let me go to, where's that Midas touch one I had?
Brenna, as it's Christmas soon, would you like a £19,000 podium?
Oh boy.
That looks really nice. So,
yeah. Should we dip into the budget? Let's see what we can do.
I mean, why
not?
Where's the write it down on the last thing that you write, right? Or no, you put it right in the middle between like eggs and cereal.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Eggs, yeah. Bread, yeah.
Podium. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cereal.
You know what would happen though, Brennan? It'd go all Spinal Tap, and we get this tiny little thing to stand behind.
It's just a Funko Pop version of it, like this bag.
The version of the Senate bill
amending the state's freedom. That should happen. Funko Pop, make a version of that podium.
Is a third iteration of a bill hoping to make these changes. This version.
Arkansas agreed to that. What we learned was they probably just need some more time. We need to explain it better because really I think that's a basic thing that we should have. Like right now we're being sued what we call the SAFE Act, where our children can't be.
No bookshelf behind him. Don't trust him.
Castrated in Arkansas, mutilated. Well, we don't want the defense, the people that are coming after the opposition, coming after us to be able to FOIA our legal defense. So that's a very basic understanding of what that needs to be. What we ended up, we pared it down to just security of the governor, which I believe the people of Arkansas all agreed to.
Now, Senator, even some opponents say that was too broad. Was there any way to narrow it down even further to basically...
God damn. Dog tried to kill himself. He's like smashing his face into the door, screaming. I'm like, why? Your mother lives here. You see her every day. You weirdo. God. Fucking freakazoid ass dog. He's like losing his mind. And then when she gets here, he's going to fucking ignore her and then come back in here. Like, I don't get it. Get it. What'd he say? The guy say?
I don't know. I had
absolutely nothing. Absolutely. It's just literally word salad.
All right, let's skip around. Hey, there's our homie.
Senator Letting, thanks so much for joining us. Lots happened in Little Rock, but let's focus on the Freedom of Information Act.
And tons of mice, I blame this all specifically on you. Everything, anything that happens in Arkansas is his fault.
Okay. Changes. What are your thoughts on that? You did vote no on that change.
I did vote against the third anti-FOIA bill that we saw this week. I am grateful that it was a significantly pared down version of the previous bills we saw this week. Those were absolutely a non-starter. I still have a lot of concerns with this third bill. I still think it's a little too broad and goes beyond security, and I have concerns about the retroactivity clause, but ultimately it did pass, and Governor Sanders has signed it into law.
All right.
Very convenient. Go over again. I gotta find this last one. I think I closed the wrong window.
I've got to say, when I first saw his picture in the background, it said "y'all" means all, but with the exclamation mark, it looks like "y'all" means ale. I was like, what? What kind of beer is this?
And I'll have that.
As possible.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Because we got ourselves a whistleblower.
Uh-oh.
Good morning, James and Jason. The attached deposit was brought to me late yesterday afternoon, 9/14/23, not too long ago, from Laura Hamilton at the governor's office. This is a check from the Republican Party of Arkansas to reimburse the podium purchase in 2023. I am reading, young lady. 2023 for $19,029.25 on the state P card, which is a purchasing card, which is like for governmental or non-tax entities, and they need like a company card. They have P cards.
Expenses.
Yeah. Laura was instructed for either our office or herself to make a note on the original invoice that it was to be reimbursed on the original. So add this to the original. As you can see on the attachment, she made the note. I asked if she wanted to date the note, and she stated that she was told not to date it, but to just make the note that the invoice was to be reimbursed. I also told her that they would not be getting any appropriation back for this, and she indicated that she already told Judd Deere the same thing, so they are aware. This email serves as my documentation to both of you what happened and the reason for this deposit. She got caught with her hand in the cookie jar and then tried to put the money back, and the Republican Party funded this little $19,000 podium. Now, how would they even get this information? That's where our buddy comes in. Where's the thing? Where is it? Is this it? No. He had a really good...
Now, surely, as a sort of state official, if you... Sorry, go on.
I found it. So this is what he pulled. And shout out to Matt Campbell, Blue Hog Report. Do you want to know things like Sarah Sanders inexplicably paid nearly $20,000 to Beckett Productions LLC in mid-June? Beckett. I will remember that. So you can see all the little stuff here. You see 3 or 4 Amazon purchases, which probably shouldn't be on here. Fubo TV, that's $100. I'm glad that the taxpayers are paying for that. More PayPal bullshit. You know, Uline just ordering probably like some fucking clipboards and shit. That's $40. That sounds right. Oh, what's this? Another one right behind it for $300. Photography, $300. Just wasting Arkansas's money because they clearly have so much of it laying around that they need a $20,000 podium. But again,
I was saying, if you're a state official, surely if you want such a bespoke lectern, why don't you make it like a college project for kids to, you know, build a lectern, and it's, you know, the winner gets on stage sort of thing. Why spend that much money on fuck all?
Here's the best part. It's not even the lectern that they say it is, because that lectern don't cost that much.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So it's $20,000 for a $400 lectern from Beckett. What's up, little baby? Cover for me.
So they've basically just jazzed it up because someone official has come along and said, "Oh, we want this."
Well,
so they jacked the price up.
So when you're appropriating money like this, right? You have to go to your board or to whoever's in charge of appropriating this money. You give them the bids or what you want to purchase. They agree to the purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously what happened was that they agreed to purchase this cheaper version, and then instead she took the ability to pay, like, oh yeah, you're giving me the thumbs up so I could buy a lectern, right? Oh yeah, buy the lectern that you want. Well, then she turns around and goes, you see that expensive one? I'm buying that one. So they agreed to buy a lectern, but it wasn't the one that she got. Obviously, it was a cheaper version.
But I think this happens with a lot of government procurement. As soon as you say you're from the government, the price automatically goes up. There's cases over here with the NHS where the NHS are paying like £16 for like paracetamol when you can buy them for 6p from Tesco's.
Yeah, there's some inflation pricing going on when it comes to appropriating funds in the government.
That's all very true what you guys said. Let me introduce. This is her girl pals. They just got back from Paris in June, coincidentally.
Wait,
so on the left you got Sarah.
Isn't that when they got the lectern?
Huh? What? What you talking about? On the left you see Sarah, slaying as normal. Go ahead, girl. Arkansas governor at 40. Okay. Then there's somebody who's not named. And then Beckett. Virginia Beckett. Sanders campaign worker and recipient of $19,000 for the lectern.
I see a circle forming here, Mikey.
That sounds like money laundering.
It sounds like the Beckett. If you just follow the money, it almost seems like somebody gave their friend.
Break out the red string, everybody.
It just seems to me like somebody paid their friend $20,000 in taxpayer money. Our homeboy with the beard caught her ass, and then she tried to change the FOIA rules so that he couldn't fucking investigate her. Well, don't you worry, sweetheart, because you're getting audited now. They're going to audit your whole fucking office. The whole thing.
Yep, they have the right to audit.
The whole thing. Let's go through every single fucking receipt that you have in the building. Because you know what pisses me off more than anything is a goddamn hypocrite. You fucking... Oh, the Democrats are wasting this and da-da-da, and it's Hillary this, and it's that. Yeah. You got so much righteous indignation for everybody else. And you got caught with your fucking hand in a cookie jar.
Yeah.
You and Brett Favre can fucking kick rocks.
Because all the Republicans do is take their yeah, it's actually, I think, one of the worst states to live in.
Yes.
Like, it has one of the worst, like, living
schools
conditions to live in. Worse health, bad health care, bad nutrition, bad air and water, and
shut my window.
All that stuff. But also, like the Republicans, they're always talking about, like, we're overspending, right? Like you said, Democrats overspend. And so they always say, oh, we need to take away money from Medicare, Social Security, benefits, food benefits, medical benefits. away from that, when really $19,000 lectern, like maybe the problem is not the Democrats spending on things that are necessary. It's the other stuff.
That is, it is Beckett Events LLC.
Okay.
That's who, coincidentally, her friend's company sold her that glorious lectern for the low, low price of $19,029. But I'm supposed to be upset with the same issues she's like, sorry, Republicans, like, you need to clean house because the grift is real. Like, we're already taking care of ours on the left. Y'all got to clean house. Mm-hmm. Y'all got people in there literally just stacking up your taxpayer dollars, and then you bitch about the fucking Democrats for not helping you get shit done. Dude, he's robbing the bank. You don't let the fucking kid with sticky fingers play banker in Monopoly. It doesn't work out well.
One of the Republican congressmen, after the Jim Jordan vote that failed, went on, I think it was CNN or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he said, oh yeah, well, it's the Democrats' fault that we're in this. Like, right. Oh, it's the Democrats. 90% of the votes were on the Democrat side. And the anchor was like, but it was the Republicans who got the votes over.
Yep.
Like, it's not the Democrats are not at fault here. It's the Republicans who voted, because she literally is like, who's in the majority?
Yeah.
Staring at this guy, and she's like, well, the Democrats voted in majority for no. She's like, no, who's in the majority?
Yeah.
Like they believe their own lies so much.
It's just counting.
That they can't even see in front of, like 5 feet in front of them. No, it's the Republicans who voted for Speaker McCarthy to be ousted in that position. The Democrats just went with it because he was being a jerk.
Right.
And the worst. It's the worst Republicans.
It was the eight or nine Republicans who voted to get rid of Kevin McCarthy, and now they can't even vote. They can't even agree on anybody because they hate each other so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
It's a mirror image of what's going on with the Conservative Party over here. They're all just they're like rats in a sack, you know. They're just all just trying to backbite at each other, and no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong. And it's like the Labour Party are just sitting there going, fuck it, we'll just take it then. Carry on. You just carry on.
Yeah.
But them's
just
the breaks.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Simply Secular
We're not
Dave,
in charge.
Simply Secular Dave in the chat says, hi, Dave. The problem isn't that she got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. The problem is that 99% of the other times that politicians did the same thing, but in a better way, they didn't get caught. Exactly. Yep. That's why she even tried to change the rules to make her currently illegal behavior legal.
Yep.
Or so that you can't investigate. So you can't
investigate
the illegal behavior. And this is the QuickBooks thing where she just literally just signed it way after the fact with a date on it that is not verified. And then didn't put her date next to it. I mean, this is what those, if you ever want to get into politics, that's the job that some of these motherfuckers are just going to hire you for. I just need you to sign shit without thinking about it so that don't worry about what it says, just to add a little layer of complicatedness so that this doesn't go directly back to me. So that's your job.
Again, the
do crimes.
The Conservative Party over here did exactly the same thing with an MP called Douglas Osborne. He basically got caught breaking the rules, and Boris Johnson and his cronies tried to change the parliamentary rules to get him off, and that's what done for him. It's like, mate, you can't do that. It's just... Sorry, go on.
A person commits the offense of tampering with a public record if the purpose of impairing the variety Right. Verity. It's got to be Verity, right?
Verite. Yeah.
Verite.
Isn't Verite like truth or reality, something like that?
Like Veritasium. Legibility or availability of a public record, he or she knowingly, 1, makes false entry in or falsely alters any public record, or 2, erases, obliterates, I like that, removes, destroys, or conceals a public record. Subsection
Verite
B.
does mean truth, so it's the truth.
Sweet. So it is Verite.
Verite. Verity.
Yeah. Tampering with a public record is a Class C felony if the public record is a court document. So, I mean, this is what everyone does, but glad she's caught. Well, she's getting audited, so we'll see. It'll probably
be worse.
It'll probably take a couple months, and then it'll get dragged through the courts as usual.
Kicked into the long grass, and then the statute of limitations will come up, and then she'll be all right and still come away with the money.
Well, she'll be $19,000 less, that's for sure. So I watched. Do you guys know who Mr. Beat is?
No, I'm.
How many subs does he have? I don't even know. He's pretty big. He's pretty big. He's got 869,000. He's kind of popular.
He's doing okay.
Sounds horrific.
I mean, he's got a burgeoning young channel.
Sounds like a lot to like. That's maintenance right there. You have to maintain that.
So, can you guess? Stop reading the top of it, you assholes. Don't read the top, you cheaters.
I'm not reading.
Good. What do you think these numbers on the side represent? For the House of Representatives, it's 86%, and the United States Senate is 47%.
Oh, I couldn't even speculate.
White people.
47% of the Senate is non-white, or 53% is non-white. Holy shit! There'd be some changes around here.
Yeah.
Brenna's gone all in. Jesus.
There'd be some changes.
Hey, we just put a black woman as our state senator, so we're doing okay.
So he called every single U.S. representative, and that's the amount. Those are the percentages of people who somebody answered the phone. There was a 0% chance of the actual individual themselves answering the phone, but 86% of House reps answered. Somebody answered, and 47. So for the other people, they had to just leave a voicemail. And then he was more or less just asking them in this video about whether or not they would support Election Day, which is coming up soon, you nerds. Make sure you fucking register.
Not for me.
Shut up. No, you Europeans fly over here and vote. I command it.
Oh, I'm a European now. Fucking hell.
I was talking to Shartan.
He's not here.
I'd never call you a European. I'd never lowered. I'll never lower their status.
Europe's bad, but not that bad.
Okay, fire girl.
But yeah, he called all of them to see if they would support Election Day being a federal holiday, which for a lot of people would make it a lot easier to vote, because if it's a paid holiday from work, Wingo Bango, now you have the ability to get in line with everybody else at your limited fucking polling locations, and you can sit in a 5-hour line because you're not going to miss a day's work. What's the other number here? Let me grab it. But I think who is it? Cory Booker was the only person that like actually made a message to him, and he did it in like a short, which he thought was pretty cool. But yeah, this was the response rate from emails. 4% for the House, 6% for the Senate. And I brought all this stuff up just to say one thing. If they're not representing you, get rid of them. Because everybody who's a millennial, and we're all coming of age now, we're having kids, we're paying property tax, we're doing all this grown-up shit. This
I refuse.
This
The only grown-up thing I do is drink.
This is unacceptable. This is your response. I don't care how many people in your district.
Yeah.
If you can't handle it and you're not doing weekly Zoom meetings to keep in touch with your constituents, if you're not doing that, I'm looking at you, my people too, because y'all didn't answer the fucking phone either. Y'all didn't get back to them either. This is not a left or a right thing. This is a public office thing. If you're gonna fucking go up there and just ignore everybody, cool. We can make sure that we don't inconvenience you with our phone calls ever again.
Are they on recess right now?
Yeah.
Or during this time? Were they on recess? Okay.
Well,
That's a problem. The whole point of being on recess is to go back home. Go back home and speak to yours. I think that's one of the main issues. One of the main issues that I have with Katie Porter, even though she's great and wonderful, is that she is a celebrity now, and I can't go see her. There's no way I could go see her if I needed to. Especially congressional representatives, because they have to get reelected every 2 years. They're like 1 year, doing their job, no problem. And then the next year they're campaigning.
Yeah.
And I think that itself really takes a lot out of representation when every 2 years you have to get reelected and you have to campaign on it. You have to fundraise on it. You have to do all this stuff that's not doing your job. I don't like it. I really wish that we would extend representatives for a longer period of time, because it's too much work for them to do 1 year where they're doing their job, everything's fine, and then the next year they're campaigning and fundraising.
Brenna, you absolutely read my mind there, because I was going to say to you, do you not think that these term limits should be extended so you can actually, instead of just saying, well, in 3 years' time we're going to put this in, just to try and get re-elected, but then you lose your seat and that whole thing falls apart, that policy goes away because you can't get re-elected on that. But if you had a longer time to sort of like, instead of just doing it as a popularity contest, you was doing it structurally to improve the country, and that way you had more accountability in the sense of, well, I've been binned off, so what's the point? I'm just saying it to try and get re-elected for another 5 years. I don't really mean it, but if it's popular at the time, I'll say it just to get.
Like saying, well, if you re-elect me, I'll be able to do this one thing. Instead of actually doing the thing that would help people.
Yeah.
In the first place, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I need more time for this, so let's just keep pushing this out.
Exactly. It seems
2 years,
like
3 years, 4 years.
Listen, boss. I know I'm 2 weeks late to starting this job.
You could fire me.
But you could fire me. You have the power to fire me. But you could invest more money into me.
There you go.
To see what happens in the next 2 weeks.
There you go.
I could.
It's very possible.
If I had more time. You have to give me more time. Yeah.
If I had a longer timeline, perhaps I could get more done.
So what are your term limits there? Is it 4 years, you say?
Yeah.
4 years.
4 and 6.
Okay.
2.
Well,
no.
2?
Congressional representatives are every 2 years.
Okay. Well, if we say,
and then 6 years for the Senate.
Senate, yeah.
If we say this is an 8-year job, but if you shit the bed in them 8 years, we have the chance to deselect you and call you back for a by-election, if you will. But if you say in these 8 years, I'm going to get this done, and you don't get it done in them 8 years, then we can get rid of you. But if you shit the bed at any time in them 8 years, we can just get rid of you. So give people some sort of run up.
So I think we're trying to solve a problem within the confines of another problem.
Of course.
The problem is the money in politics. Because you would want the house to rotate quite frequently because it should be the people's house, right? Like it should be bustling and changing and like this bubbling froth of new ideas, but it's not. It's people that sit there for fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
And that's not what it's supposed to be. And the only thing that keeps them in there is the money. Because if they had to go out and fucking debate every other year, you're going to be well versed on your topics or you're going to be fucking gone. Because someone is going to replace you. But as long as it costs, roughly $2 million to run an election to get into the House, what are you supposed to do?
It's what Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks has said from day one.
You have to spend an entire year going around fundraising in your districts. And that takes away, first off, it takes away a lot of, if I'm going to be in the same room as my congressional representative, I want it to be important. I want to hear what they have to say. Not, hey, by the way, I need to fundraise this amount of money by this amount of time. I don't like it. I've complained about this for years, so it's not like it's like all of a sudden happening right now. But the fact that it's nice to get rid of bad Congress people, but at the same time, the good ones spend a lot of time fundraising. And I don't want that. Like, I really wish they didn't have to fundraise so much and they could actually figure out what's going on, that they can help and they can run on helping. But most of the time, because I've been to events. I've been to events where various congressional representatives or congressional candidates are there, and it's a lot of, oh, by the way, I need your money.
Yeah.
How much how many, $25 a ticket that goes towards it's like, why can't I just talk to my congressional representative?
Sorry.
And it's, if they're bad. So we're going to go through a congressional, a new congressional election coming up, because Katie Porter, who happens to be my congressperson, is going to be running for senator of the state of California, which means her post is going to be open. So now we have more. We have congressional.
Don't tell Rod Blagojevich.
Well, we didn't talk about who currently is holding the position right now. You should look her up. She was the president of Emily's List.
LaFonza Butler.
Yeah. She's a Black woman. She's a queer woman. She's every single every single position that you could think of, she's been in. So she just stepped down from the president of Emily's List.
It says here, Butler began her career as a union organizer and served as president of California SEIU State Council from 2013 to 2018.
Union organizer was a monster.
It's a very California thing to be a union organizer. We have some of the largest unions in the country.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Butler's lucrative post-union work included a $1 million plus Airbnb payout.
So just to float an idea, would you guys agree to a central pot, whether it be federal or state, funding for anyone trying to be a representative, in the sense of, like, if you qualify to be a representative, you can pull from that pot, but everyone's got the equal amount of money. That way it kind of neutralizes any kind of external influence coming in to jack up your influence. Do you know what I mean?
So there are there is something like that, where I think it's through in our case the Democratic National Committee, the DNC, where they do have a fund for Senate and they do have a fund for Congress, and they appropriate the funds based on who has most likely to succeed in that. So incumbents would get money, and then if there was a election to be held to find the Democratic representative, or in the primary election, then they would give the funds out for that. I don't think it's enough, because there's a lot of money that has to go into both Senate is horrible because that's an entire state.
Yeah.
And then Congress is just your zone. And so it's a little bit easier, but still it's still a lot of money. There is something like that. It's not great, and the committee does a lot more of its own sort of choosing, and like I said, they won't give out money until the primary.
Because I don't
which is about 4 months.
Because I don't think it's because the idea has been floated over here before, because we effectively do have still a two-party system. You've got Labour and you've got Conservatives. You get the SNP in Scotland, and you get Liberal Democrats, and the Greens have got like one MP down in Brighton. And it's because the money that flows into them and the influence that they have in these two parties is so skewed towards that two-party system that you might have someone over here who's got a really good idea, but they're not getting any TV coverage, they're not getting any media coverage or anything. But they may have a good idea. And if you equalise the funding to all of these parties and get rid of these big machines that are the parties, then maybe the voices, the little voices, will be heard more. And maybe in America, because I remember when you had the rise of the Tea Party, the Tea Party had loads of money thrown at it, and everyone was shit scared of the Tea Party. We had the same thing with UKIP. Loads of money was thrown at UKIP, and all of a sudden UKIP are everywhere. And it challenged the two-party system, and the two-party systems kind of rallied together to annihilate them. In the sense
you're wrong. Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
No,
go on.
the Tea Party is 100% part of the Republican Party. Like, they vote right along the Republican lines. They're not split off or anything like that. They are lockstep, and they're the reason that MAGA has all of the groundswell that it had.
Same as UKIP.
They were another part of the same machine, but it was the one to go get the dumb people. It's like, we just really need the really broke idiots.
UKIP. That's exactly the same as UKIP.
We'll just get them on some patriotism shit.
Tea Party was the anti-Obama side, like the anti-black, and believes he was a Muslim or he was he was born in Kenya kind of stuff. And instead of being overtly racist, they went the other path and said that he's a socialist.
Yeah,
and
they did it with it.
That's where the Tea Party came in, was this anti-socialist, Obama socialist agenda kind of thing.
You want to be like Cuba?
Which, if you understand, that's where we're going in this, and that's where we are with MAGA, is that it was this pathway from the anti-Obama socialists. He's going to take our guns and our money and give it to Kenya or whatnot. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to them.
To ISIS, maybe. I don't know.
Right, exactly. And then it turned into MAGA, where it was like, oh, this is a good idea. People will listen to this. People will buy this. And then we can use that in order to gain power and money, and then spend $19,000 on a podium.
That's
needed
exactly
it,
what
and my
happened.
friends sold it for just as much money as I had. And also, I forgot to add this on the Huckabee Sanders thing. The limit for her to have to get approval to spend money was $20,000.
Weird that.
So, you know, she showed some restraint.
She held it back a little bit.
She held it back like $825.
Yeah.
Out of 19,000.
Right.
But
it just happened to fit right there.
Just to quickly circle back, because UKIP and the Tea Party kind of happened at the same time, and they were
So
both
are you ever
kind
going to
of
tell us what UKIP stands for, or are you just going to keep saying it?
UK Independence Party. They're the ones who got Brexit done. Sorry. Sorry, you're going to tell me about the Tea Party?
It's not a fucking acronym.
No,
if every single letter meant something, then yeah, I could get what
By
you're
the way, Wayne, you know where Tea Party comes from.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I've never been to Boston.
Oh, you know Wayne. You know about that Tea Party, don't you, Wayne? Don't you?
Wayne, it's your fault.
And we want it back, you bastards.
We gave it back to you. You want your tea? Here, drink it. Bitch.
You have to dive for
Go
it.
get it from the sea
whatever.
lions, you sons of bitches.
But no, just as I say, just to circle
What
back,
a tasty ocean that was.
the rise of the two right wings of the right wing parties in our countries they happened at the same time. So they were like you say, Mikey, they were part of it, but separate because they was under a different banner. But as soon as they started gaining traction, they got amalgamated into the main two parties. And that's how we ended up with Boris Johnson, and you guys ended up with Trump.
But them's the breaks.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Have a great race.
Okay, you miss them. Y'all miss them.
Yeah. You'll see him one day.
Because you know the thing, I think Boris was less dangerous than Trump. So he, like, I could look across the pond, like, oh, there's an idiot with stupid hair that's not trying to get us into a fucking nuke war with North Korea right now.
Okay, folks. Okay.
Yeah, he had Latin phrases and shit. Trump would just
Boris Johnson was the right kind of stupid. Like he wasn't the dangerous stupid. He was just like the
useful stupid. Easily manipulated stupid.
The useful idiot.
You supine invertebrates. Shut your mouth.
I'm sorry, and that I have made mistakes.
And then we ended up with that. Fucking hell.
That poor lettuce.
The lettuce.
She's
gonna be the lettuce lady for the rest of her life.
Lettuce Truss is with us today. Liz Truss, sorry.
She had the audacity to rock up to the Tory party conference last week and was like, shit, I'm right, and I'm back. Yeah.
What's up, guys? You miss me?
Yeah.
Simply Said Dave in the chat says, Obama's not from the USA. He was born in Hawaii.
Oh.
And he only had a certificate of live birth. He didn't have a birth certificate because, you know.
Uh-oh.
That whole thing. Let's get the red yarn out. And Simply Secretary Dave also says, Tea Party, testosterone. See, maybe that's what they needed. A little tea.
Right.
Couple of prescriptions. Go get your consultation done. They can get you some tea if you need it.
Oh, no, we can't. That's gender affirming care.
Oh, right. So, like Viagra.
Oh,
shit.
God.
Shit.
Like
boob jobs.
Like
that was on
jobs.
HRT.
Yeah.
That was all on HRT.
Oh. God damn it.
Maybe the Tea Party were all
No more
trained.
boob jobs, anybody. No more boob jobs.
No
Sorry.
more boob jobs. No more Viagra.
Oh, man.
No boobs, no Viagra. We're going all natural from now on out. Yep. No more waxing.
No more makeup.
No makeup. No waxing. No fingernail polish. No heels.
If you see me next week with double D's.
Wayne's been taking boob suppressing drugs this whole time. He's been on massive amounts of boob suppressant. So now I'm cutting that out of the budget. Wayne's
No, you can't do that anymore. Sorry.
Hey, why do you think I'm showing the cleavage?
Oh yeah, he's gonna have cleavage in a turtleneck come next week.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a turtleneck and I'm just gonna cut a heart shape.
I was gonna say you have to have one of those like open the window ones. The window, yeah.
Yeah, me and Brent are gonna have boob offs.
It's at first, like as a guy, you're like, oh, look at that shirt, that's a sexy shirt. But then if you like have sisters and a mom and a wife and a daughter, you're like, oh, ventilation, nice.
Yep, keeps everything. Keeps the airflow.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Get rid of the
there's a practical side to that.
Yeah, and then they kind of play it off like it's all fancy. I was like, Oh no, that's for the swamp ass, ain't it? Yeah, that's why they cut the lower back so you can get the air in there because you get swamp ass. Yep, I've seen it 100 times. Hate swamp ass. I wish they did that in guys' clothes.
Y'all think we take off our bras at the end of the day because it's like free? No, it's the boob sweat. It's the under boob sweat.
And that underwire poking.
Oh.
And you have to lift. I've actually stopped wearing underwire because it's really bad for you. And
it's fine.
It's not. It's actually bad.
It's good for you. Underwires are part of a balanced daily diet.
Nope.
Brenna, it's the same for us when we take our boxes off and let everything just hang.
You know the underwire, the underwire in my boxers. Boy, is it irritating.
It just
What do you mean? What do you mean
it
you guys
keeps
don't have
everything
underwire?
stable.
Exactly.
You guys don't have underwires.
But my wife told me it was better.
I needed support.
She just started putting rods in my shorts and electrodes.
That's why I have to sit like this.
That's what's done my back.
That's why you've never seen me on a bar stool. I just don't understand how people can sit that way with the supports in their underwear.
Just goes.
You get decapitated.
Poking out.
What do they say in Game of Thrones? Stem and root.
Yeah. We met once when you were actually still.
Wayne's best friend in the whole wide world. She's running for Senate.
On TV. Never
as a journalist.
As a
Yeah.
journalist, but
Well,
look forward to it. I think we're going to have a great race.
It's going to be a knockdown drag out. And unfortunately, our border's wide open.
That's your girl. Carrie Lake ambushing her political opponent at the airport. She has a cameraman. She's mic'd up, and she's going to get the debate started right now.
Because that's fair.
Next to the bathroom, you fucking creep. You're the other creep of the week. Like, come on, get away from the men's. Men need privacy. We fart in there, all right? And it's loud sometimes. And we don't need ladies outside the door listening.
So she's at an airport, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that she crossed. Did she cross the security line?
This looks like baggage claim, so this is this is outside.
Because I would be like, there's a lot of problems that I have with all that. But if that's just baggage claim, that's even worse. Because that is a security issue. She should have been dragged out.
You and Kirsten have had a lot of time to do something about it. And even the Democrats are upset about it, Ruben.
I think there's a lot we can say do. We've been doing some good work. I think there's some common ground I could find on. Look, we need to figure out how to get people here legally, so don't go through the illegal manner.
We got plenty of people here. The problem is we have plenty of people here right now. We have millions of people here.
Look,
fentanyl,
you want to go talk to your, some of the mayors?
Fentanyl has killed more young people.
And they come through our ports.
And you've had an opportunity to vote. This is Ruben Gallego.
She's just going through the list.
Look at this guy. This guy's like, kids, come over here. Shake this guy's hand, all right? Come, this guy's important. Come shake his hand. Come on, kids. And the kids are like, what the fuck, dude?
If Carrie Lake is yelling at him.
Mikey, you're wrong with a taser. Have you forgotten the bowler's gun?
We need to test it. Quick, Carrie, run away. No. Faster. No, like actually try to get away.
Yeah.
I want to see that green line across her legs.
Meanwhile, these dudes are just trying to come out of the fucking shitter. Hopefully no one's fly is open or, I've come out of the bathroom completely undone because like washing my hands took some sort of process. And then I like, that's solved. And then I just walk right the fuck out. This could have been me. This could have been me.
Millions of people here.
Look,
fentanyl,
you want to go talk to your, some of the mayors?
Fentanyl has...
Carrie Lake, stop acting like a fucking groomer and get away from the men's bathroom.
Yeah, I know.
Killed more young people.
And they come through our
and you've had an opportunity to vote. This is Ruben Gallego. He's had
She just introduced her opponent.
He's just come out of the toilet. I ain't shaking your hand, motherfucker. I don't care how dry your hands are.
We wash hands around meow. We wash hands, damn it.
My God, this is terrible.
Our border is...
He did just come out, too.
Wide open. He's trying to run for Senate. Our border's wide open. Fentanyl is killing our young people.
And it goes through the ports of entries. 90%
no, it's coming all over. But that's not
we should really fund more border patrol.
Under President
She thought he wasn't ready.
Right.
And Trump, we had a secure border. And I'm telling you.
But I look forward to working together if we can, and obviously we could have more conversations about this. I think it's
we're going to have conversations.
I think it's great that we could have a civil conversation too.
Civil, absolutely. But you know what's not civil? People dying on the streets. And in
Oh, no.
Sprinkling it in there.
Worst.
Sprinkling it in.
You are
She's
the
just-
worst.
The salt in the wound. She's not helping her cause.
You know what's not civil?
Not civil people dying in the street, dude.
That is the biggest. Like, that is worse than all of my segues put together.
Oh, no.
That is
No.
way worse than my segues.
Conversation.
No.
She had one thought in her head, and she's like, "I'm just gonna say it. I just need to find a way. I just
I'll
need to find a way
repeat
to say it."
I'll repeat one of his nouns back to him.
absolutely. But you know what's not
You
civil?
crowbar the worst segues in.
Huh?
You're like, baked beans. Speaking of baked beans, here's Donald Trump. That's one of your sort of segues.
That's good. That's good. He is a baked bean. Look at him. He looks like a big ass baked bean.
A little orange.
And he's toast. So,
Well, by the way,
bam.
I've got to jump. I need to go.
All right, bye.
All right. See you in a bit.
Get rid of camera for budget cuts.
Yeah. And tax purposes.
All right, now don't be talking from the background. You're gonna fuck us up.
So working together if we can, and obviously we'd have more conversations about this. I think it's
Well,
great
we're
that
going to
we
have
actually
conversations.
I think it's
and-
great that we could have a civil conversation too.
Civil, absolutely. But you know what's not civil? People dying on the streets. And in your district.
I gotta get that for the soundboard.
It's about this. I think it's
Well,
great
we're
that we
going to have
actually
conversations.
I think it's
and-
great that we could have a civil conversation too.
Civil, absolutely. But you know what's not civil? People dying on the streets. And in your district, you have
Our
the
state.
In your district.
Our state.
No, it's your district. You have the fastest growing homeless population in the country.
My
There are
district also
veterans.
has the fastest growing economy in the country, and this
You're
is our
so
state.
so
This
you
is our problem.
so you're okay. No,
He said, "Don't be just bringing up the bad stuff. We doing something."
I had a solution for our homeless population.
And I look forward to
Oh my god, I don't even want to know what the hell Carrie Lake's solution is for fucking homeless people.
Ship them off to California.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
You did, and this guy wants to destroy our country. He really does. You have the fast.
And she talks like a news lady. So, like, if you weren't paying attention, it would almost sound like it was a cogent, sound, reasonable person speaking. But then if you, like, listen to the words, it's like, you are batshit crazy.
This growing homeless population in the country, in your district.
I've been bringing.
You've got
millions of
veterans
dollars.
dying, and you're voting to cut veterans.
That's absolutely not
Yeah,
true.
that is
You know
absolutely
that.
true. I just
Absolutely
saw
not.
your vote
I
in
just
committee.
passed the PAC Act. I've worked as a veteran. I've received VA
And I
benefits
appreciate.
myself.
Thank you. Good to see you.
So she tried to lie to him
Oh.
about his record to him in front of
Yeah.
him? Like, did she think he forgot his record?
Wow.
I'm not sure what the plan was here. Because if your plan
What-
was to embarrass yourself, it's working. Like, that plan's working.
I mean, so obviously she planned this, right? She
Mhm.
planned to confront him. She's all dressed up. She's got her hair, makeup. She's got a,
Lapel mic.
there's film crew on. There's a microphone. She's situated where people are that she knows. Like obviously, people are coming out of the bathroom in front of her. Like this was all she staged. This all.
Yeah.
Do you think that he knew that this was going to happen?
Nope. He's not.
You don't
He's,
think-
he's just wearing his regular clothes. He's got a hat on. You know, just traveling, comfy clothes.
Because I feel that like, or at some point, his team or his election team, like prepared him for something like this, so that he, like he studied her at some point. Because first off, she's saying the same goddamn things everybody else is saying.
Yep.
I mean, she's saying the same border, the illegal immigration, the illegal aliens, right? She's
Wait,
saying the same
wait.
thing, the fentanyl.
Wait,
the
I'm sorry.
homeless-
Time out. Dave says in the chat, Wayne left. Darn, he's one of my top 5 hosts of the show. Well played, Dave. Well played. You got him.
Wow. Anyway.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing. And I think
No, she didn't. That's the thing.
She attempted to try something that she thought she knew she was doing.
She thought she could get him off guard.
I made yourself.
And he obviously...
I goes where I goes.
It was delayed.
He obviously studied the stuff, because even what's happening in like places like North Dakota and shit like that, they're spewing the same shit that she's doing. Oh, it's the border crossings and the fentanyl and the homelessness and like, you guys need to read a different book. Like put down that book that you're reading and read something else, because you cannot just keep quoting the same thing over and over again. This is what I don't understand. Like, Democrats could actually beat Republicans at their own game.
Right.
If they figured out, like, if they knew exactly what to say at all times. Now, this guy obviously knows at least somewhat to say. And yeah, the veteran thing, that's shitty. She should be ashamed of herself.
Yeah, she should, but
she won't, because she has she's a hardline election denier. Like, that's her platform.
She still got her election in the court system. Yeah. Lost 4 years. She third year into that fight.
Yeah. She's still a hardline election denier. Like, she has nothing to run on.
She's got to go after him. She's like, this guy wants your district unsafe.
Right.
Apparently not. The voters think he's great.
It's like, actually, you can look at numbers. Can you read?
No.
Like, it's almost like it's seriously almost like these people don't have the simple skills in order to learn. Like, being able to read, being able to listen, being able to understand like systems of numbers, and like, it's so simple for you to look up some information, but they don't, because their viewers don't.
What? I don't need to know that part. I only need to know this part.
You just tell me what I'm supposed to know. Just tell me what I'm supposed to know. And then they talk about teachers indoctrinating their children.
Right.
And then you're like, but you're not actually teaching it. You're telling people what to believe. That's indoctrination.
No, it's education.
Literally telling people what to believe, what to say, they're saying the same damn thing over.
I'm educating them. Can't you tell?
It's so boring.
Listen, I'll tell you what to think. Okay, are you ready? Get ready to think.
I appreciate your service to our country, but I sure wish that you'd care more about our border. We're a border state.
I do care about the border. As a matter of fact, I will go down the border with you. Let's talk to the mayors. Let's get together.
I'm glad that you finally are going down to the border, because you've had a chance to vote on it. You've had a chance to vote on it.
Look, let's go down the border together. Let's get the mayors together. They'll tell us about some really sane solutions that aren't just, easy answers, right?
You know what it was saying? You know what it was saying?
More border, putting up more border.
Ruben.
See, if she's
he just threw the ball in her court.
Yeah. And the thing is, if you're gonna do this like fucking run up in your face thing, you can't do the lapel mic.
Right.
Because we can't really hear his answers now, because unless you like want to. All right. So what do you think about the border? Like,
no, that's harassment right there. You go like, what do you think about the border right there?
He's gonna take you out. You fucking throw a keto your ass across the fucking room.
He drops the shoulders.
Yeah. Does the little hip flip. Fucking whoop.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were attacking me.
Yeah, I thought you were going to put a bucket on my head.
Ruben.
For entry, helping out more background checks.
Ruben, we have to finish the wall. You do realize Joe Biden.
Not as simple answer.
You do realize, yes, it is simple. Answer. You do realize that Joe Biden.
There's a lot of things we do. We should do some border wall.
It's simple. Just shoot people.
You do realize that
President. Add some ports of entry.
Simple.
Just drown them underwater with barbed wire on the Rio Grande.
Yeah, I mean, Governor Abbott is doing it right. He's just flat out murdering people.
That's the
American
fault. Way.
Their fault. Well,
yeah, it's their fault.
A lot of things they do, but just one thing does not answer it at all.
You do realize that President Trump was on the verge of finishing the border wall. He was doing it without support.
Right.
We had
on the border of finishing. There's like 12 miles built.
Yeah, and then half of it break.
It fell over in the fucking wind. It was resonating with the wind and it fucking fell over. It's fucking picked up like a fucking 10-mile-an-hour wind, just got it fucking vibrating. And because the bars were spaced like the same frequency, it fucking resonated and broke itself from wind. Oh Meanwhile, the fucking windmills are giving you brain cancer or something.
May I finish?
No.
Or do you just like to interrupt?
Cancer, but they're also killing birds. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, they're not.
Birds are cameras anyway. We all know that.
Just one thing does not answer it at all.
You do realize that President Trump was on the verge of finishing the border wall. He was doing it without support.
Right.
Like, that's just so blatantly not true.
We had three. May I finish?
No.
Or do you just like to interrupt?
$50.
You just want to interrupt?
I believe 50 was only 50 miles, and Mexico was supposed to pay for it, and he never did.
Mexico helped us immensely with tens of thousands of soldiers.
Paid for it? They did not pay for it.
Ruben.
So let's be
Joe
clear.
Biden, your hero, gave
you
away.
Hear that? Ruben.
Ruben.
Let me speak.
Ruben, are you gonna let me, Ruben? This is my ambush
turn.
It's my ambush interview, damn it.
Right.
I set up this ambush, and I will not be waiting.
$300 million in border wall materials.
You know that.
For nothing. That is absolutely
We're still
true.
waiting for Mexico to pay for it.
Mikey, you and I had so much fun together on this.
Come on, Carrie. You know Mexico paid for that wall. Give them the receipts. That'll shut them up. Tell them, Carrie.
We need to audit Mexico.
Audit the
to
Mexicans.
Be reimbursed.
Just write a note on there after the fact and put for reimbursement later.
Right.
Love Mexico.
Right.
Mexico chipped
This is something you and I can work together on.
Remember when Steve Bannon went to jail because he grifted all those Trump supporters into thinking that they were paying for the border wall? So stupid. You can't donate towards fucking state projects.
You literally can't do it.
It's not even how it's set up. They can't spend that money.
No, I'm not working together with you. I'm going to beat you.
The government doesn't work like that. They should read a book and figure out how government works, because they obviously don't know how.
They should turn on YouTube and go look at Congress right now. It doesn't work, period.
Save Arizona.
It's important to point out.
Oh, I don't want to hear you. Sorry, guy. I know you're probably saying something really awesome, but literally just want your footage. And I think that's all you got.
Nope, that's all you got.
That's all he has for me. Our cameras look clearer, you know? I feel like we got more bandwidth to go around. Like it.
We look better. We're bigger.
Can we start a rumor that the border wall is killing migrating birds? I don't think it's a rumor. I'm sure that construction fucked up somebody's migration. You know who I don't like? Do you have Canada geese in your oceanside city?
We are on the migration trail for Canadian geese. Yes, yeah, I have witnessed. They
are not Canadian geese. Their name is the Canada goose. So it's Canada geese. I know. It's stupid.
They're Canadians. I don't really care. They're Canadians.
Yeah, where are they actually from? Where's their passport? Because if they belong to Canada, they need to stay their asses up there. I'm sick of them coming down here, fucking pooping everywhere. I will get some footage for you, Dave, especially for you. I will get some footage of the goose apocalypse that happens every year. There's like a pond near me. And you can barely see the water. There's so many geese in it. Mind you, there's a nature preserve that way. There's another one that way. Big stupid lakes a little bit further down. But they all go to this same pond. So I'm guessing this is the pond where all the drugs, loose geese, and gambling is. I must live next to the cool pond. Is all I can think.
We actually, so we have a park, a really nice park nearby. It's called Tewinkle Park. It's very cute. It has lakes and very natural looking. That's where the geese hang out. We, like you, we have a back bay preserve nearby.
Yes.
Nobody goes there. Birds don't go there. These damn these damn geese go around and they chase little children.
What he says.
Because they're at a park and children hang out at parks for some reason.
They shouldn't do that.
You take them. You have dogs. You have children. You have I don't know who. The outside world is confusing to me.
The geese are like, I don't think so. That's my park now. Come here, little kid. Come here, little kid, with your fucking jump rope. Fucking bite you. The thing is,
you kid on a scooter, you no longer will be on that scooter.
Damn geese. No, beavers make dams. You know what, Dave? Just because y'all got all the critters up there, the woodland.
Go find a moose.
I'm terrified of meese. And that's what they're called now, meese. Multiple of moose. I won't deal with it. I actually was attacked by a Canada goose when I was in 2nd grade. And I was riding my bike and I put my soccer ball in the little crossbeam thing. So I couldn't turn very well. I had to do a lot of leaning on the turn. So then a gang of these Canada geese got in the middle of the damn bike path. So
that's what they're called. It's a gang of geese.
A tribe. They fucking had me. I had to slow down and stop because they blocked the path. And then when I was stopping, the ball comes loose. Now my legs are all fucked up, so I can't. Here comes the goose at me, and I can't pedal away because the fucking soccer ball's falling. I fall over onto the goose.
Oh!
He's like screaming. I'm like, ah! And the goose is like, ah! We shared that moment together. And I just flipped my bike off of me and I ran away.
You became one with the geese.
I think, like he tried to scare me away, and he scared me, and I fell on him. I was like, now what have you done?
This was not the way it was supposed to go.
This is not what either one of us want. Muy terrible. I don't like it. So keep your geese, but we'll keep the monarch butterflies. I like when they migrate, and hummingbirds. Bald eagles. We get bald eagles now. Thanks, Canada.
We have sparrows.
Oh yeah, and grackles.
We get the sparrow migration. It's very, very famous California mission. The San Juan Capistrano gets the swallows.
We have swifts. It's like a little small community of swifts. Cute.
We get like 10 different kinds of finches. All we have is finches everywhere. And they're so cute because they're little fat things, right? And they just hop around on their little feetsies. They're so cute.
When I watch like clips of Jurassic Park or something like that, and like the raptors when they're like in the kitchen, they're like the reflections. You hear the of their nails on there. I'm just like,
yeah,
God. And then you just see like a robin in like under a bush moves the exact same way. Robins and raptors are the same. They're boo 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 boo. You just see them moving around.
Why do you think they're called raptors?
See? Do you think the dinosaurs are gone? Nah, man. Still here.
They just transform. Well, they're raptors because a raptor is a type of predatory bird.
I like raptors.
Yeah, they're good. They're big ones.
Biggins.
All right. Hey, what about my last one?
What did I lose it? Uh-oh. What was
it? It was a separate one. I sent it to you through.
I never opened it.
You never opened it.
Yeah, so they couldn't see it.
Fucking dare you.
I was gonna wait until the last minute.
Well, Wayne's gone, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have to apologize. Well, no, show it.
I will show it.
I'm apologizing in advance for what you are about to hear. But let's see what.
First, it was about the proposal of the Los Angeles organizing committee to introduce 5 new sports, and these 5 sports are baseball, softball, flag football, lacrosse sixes, squash, and cricket.
No! Oh, man. We're going to have to wait forever to see who wins. It's going to be the longest Olympics in history.
Yeah, we're getting cricket back in the Olympics in Los Angeles in the 2028. I'm sorry, guys. It was not my intention to bring back fucking cricket.
Dave says the Olympics just got worse.
They got rid of cricket for a reason. It takes 3 days to play one game.
We ain't got time for this. If you have multiple rounds in a fucking tournament setting, like even a single elimination, ain't nobody got 10 weeks to do one fucking cricket tournament.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got cricket back in the Olympics. Yeah, it's gonna be awful.
So I've been saying
it's probably gonna be great, and we're gonna learn a lot about cricket, but it's going to be slow.
Unless they come up with like Cricket Express or Speed Cricket, I'm not interested. Like they should make a speed version called Grasshopper, where it doesn't take.
Oh, there you go.
It takes 1 hour to play as opposed to 7 days. What event?
What's a smaller version of a cricket? What's a smaller version of cricket? Is that an aphid?
A nymph is a juvenile cricket. I guess aphid, a flea.
Flea? Ooh.
Little game of flea. Yeah.
And it's going to be in Los Angeles.
Silicone flea. Artificial.
No, that's San Francisco.
No, not silicone as in the chips. Silicone as in the plastics.
I was thinking more of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea.
Oh, yeah. If they name it after Flea, then I'm down. And he needs to be the spokesperson.
Red Hot Chili Peppers sponsor. We should do that. Oh, that would sell cricket.
A cricket bat shaped like Flea's base.
Here we go. I think we
solved it.
We solved it. I'm gonna apologize.
Real quick.
I'm apologizing again.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm apologizing. I did not agree to have cricket in the United States.
Well, clearly you did.
On purpose.
In LA, no less.
In LA. Not on purpose. I love you guys way too much to agree to that. So.
Well, actions speak louder than words is all I can say. If you did love us, you wouldn't have bestowed cricket upon us like a plague. There's only one horseman of the apocalypse that can rule California, and it is famine. I don't think I'm going to watch the Olympics this year or in 2028 because they refuse to add dodgeball. And that is one of the greatest missed opportunities of this planet. Dodgeball is the single greatest playground game ever invented. It could be a professional sport. We already have baseball and basketball. Just throw the fucking basketballs at each other. How hard is that?
California would still win it. We always do.
Not beating Chicago in dodgeball. Are you kidding me?
No, we're pretty good.
You're any roll playground, the ball across the ground. You curlers.
Any playground sport that is in the Olympics, California rules.
You're not even tall out there.
Thanks.
No, you guys are the short people who like to be in movies and look cool. And
Have you seen our beach volleyball players?
Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic.
They're tall and beautiful and tan.
Not from California. Anyway, us Midwesterners are the tall, stoic folk who can really throw a ball. We're going to be the ones that take the chip this year. Midwest all the way.
Well, we got baseball and softball now back.
How's the Galaxy doing? Oh.
What you're talking about?
Soccer. The Galaxy.
I was talking about baseball. I don't know what you were talking about.
Your weird sports.
My weird sports?
Why do you have... You know what? LA is not allowed to... LA can't have the Olympics unless they get rid of like 14 of their 75 teams. You got to reduce some of your teamages.
We have so many teams, they share venues.
Right. You got Clippers, Lakers,
Clippers, Lakers.
Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors. That's just basketball.
That's not LA though.
You said California.
LA, yeah, but LA.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Olympics. They share venues.
Didn't the
Clippers and the Lakers share venues?
Didn't the A's and the 49ers used to share like that baseball field? Because like I remember seeing those like old football clips where they'd be playing on like a baseball diamond. I'm like, oh, that's got to be horrible to get tackled on.
Yeah, they had a weird thing going on there.
Yeah.
And then we had, before the SoFi Stadium opened, we had the Chargers, the Rams, and this was just recent. Chargers, Rams playing on the same field. That's also the USC. So.
Oh, the college.
Yeah, Trojans. So they were all sharing the same. They were all sharing the Coliseum.
UCLA probably has their own thing.
Yeah, UCLA has their own venue.
And that's the thing. They have to build their own around fucking LA. There's too many people using the fucking big stadium. There's no time to be booked.
Yeah. So it's constant. But what's funny is that like when the Olympics were in LA before in 1984, they actually didn't have as many venues as they have now. So they were actually a lot of times going here into Orange County to do so. Like I think volleyball was down here. Yeah. There was some swimming, there was some volleyball, there was something like yachting or something like that. Something that, because they didn't have the venues, but now because they over the last 40 some odd years, they built more venues, that now they're able to have a lot more games in LA area. So I think they're going into Riverside for a little bit, but I think it's on the edge. I'm not quite sure.
So the Olympics is every 4, and then the Winter Olympics is every opposite 4. Like like betwixt the fours.
It used to be the same, but it got so hard to put 2 events in the same year that they split them into 2. So the next one is Paris. Yeah, it's I mean, they're what, 6 months apart maybe?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much. So they split them into the 2 years apart thing. So the next one is Paris, which is a Summer Olympic. And then the Winter Olympic after that is the first time that they're going to share city, which is 2 cities in Italy, which they're going to do the winter. And then the next Olympic after that is the LA. And that's going to be big. That's a big one, especially for us, because we haven't had an Olympic in LA since 1984. I really wish that we got 2024 so that it would be an anniversary, but I'm not in charge.
That would have made nice merch. Chicago lost the bid to Paris. They were talking about it a few years back. In 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver, Vancouver and Whistler. Yeah, Whistler's probably where they got all the ski resorts and stuff like that outside of Vancouver. I like the Olympics, but I'm not watching until dodgeball shows up.
I love the Olympics. I love watching the documentaries about the Olympics, and I love watching movies that are based on the Olympics.
Like Prefontaine?
Like Cool Runnings. Love Cool Runnings.
The documentary about the Olympics. Cool Runnings.
I said and movies about the Olympics.
The documentary about the Olympics. I remember. And then the coach got busted for cheating. How it always is. Damn you, John Candy.
Well, we know coaches are trash anyway. Thanks, Jim Jordan.
Thanks, Jim Jordan, you creep.
Why do you think I call him Jim as in GYM? Jim Jordan.
It took everything in my brain to try to spell that the wrong way. That was hard. It's like J. No, G. See who's live right now.
All right. Cool Runnings was the Calgary. Yep. Cool Runnings was the Calgary Olympics. Wasn't that also Eddie the Eagle year too? That was a pretty cool year in Olympics. You should go. There's a documentary on HBO Max, or Max, I guess it's called now, about the Calgary.
So annoying that they do that. We're gonna leave, Brenna. Give people your binge TV show recommendation on the way out the door, because I got one.
I love watching Call the Midwife, which is on Netflix, and it's actually the reason why I accidentally said that Wayne was in East London, because that's where it takes place. I love Call the Midwife, and it's really nice. If you want a good cry, ladies.
Oh boy.
It's a good girl, little chick series.
Well,
the babies.
For the manly men out there, I just want to say I recommend the same show. No. The man in the high castle. Me and the wifey are on episode 5. We are fucking hooked. This is a good ass show. A good show. It's what the US would be like if the Nazis won the war. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Set
weird
in the 60s,
how
right?
I don't know.
Kind of the 60s, 70s kind of.
I don't know,
Yeah.
because some stuff is 60s and then some stuff isn't 60s, and I'm like, was this just because like the timeline's fucked up, or like is this bad continuity? But now there might be other things. So I'm not done with it yet.
You're only on episode 5.
Yeah, they're giving me all they're throwing all the distractions at me, and they're fucking working, and I'm like, you're a trick. I know that that's not true. I gotta focus on that. But
if you like alternative history ones too, just like that, the plot, what is it? The Plot to Destroy America, I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's before World War II, and it's about Charles Lindbergh winning the presidency, who he is an isolationist, and changes the way.
The plane guy?
Yeah.
He just wins presidency. Okay.
He ran for president. He just lost.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Who the hell would vote for him just because he can sit in a plane?
He's America's sweetheart.
You know what? I forget where I live sometimes.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So we'll see you next week.
Goodbye forever, or until Wednesday for Speaking from the Center. We love you.
Word.
Be good. Stick around for the raid.